Welcome to Voices with Lady D, where every voice has power. I'm your host, Lady D Denise Gomez Green, inviting you to join me each week for real conversations, powerful stories, and uplifting perspectives that shine a light on voices from the community and the diaspora. Kick off your week with the Monday Drive from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Dive deep on Thursdays with Center Stage from 6 to 8 p.m. And ease into your weekend with Satideh morning runnings every Saturday at 10 a.m. Catch Voices with Lady D on YouTube, Caribbean Vibes Radio Network online, and YouTube, and Fit FM 96.7 in Stuart Castle, Trelawney, Jamaica, or tune in on Linkage Radio online. So lock in, turn it up, and remember, every voice has power. This is Voices with Lady D. Celebrate the heartbeat of Caribbean culture with Satideh morning runnings. Join us on Saturday at 10 a.m. on YouTube as we showcase the vibrant heritage of Jamaica and the wider Caribbean with 4 incredible women: Sherns, Max, Jackie, and yours truly, Lady D. From powerful stories to cultural traditions, we're bringing the flavor, rhythm, and excellence of the Caribbean straight to you. It's more than a show. It's a celebration of the roots and traditions that inspire and unite us. Subscribe to Voices with Lady D on YouTube and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn to stay connected. Every Saturday at 10 a.m. it's Satideh morning runnings. Come feel the vibes. Satideh morning runnings, where Caribbean heritage comes alive.
Good morning, me people. Wanna gather round, because this Saturday we're stepping straight into village secrets. And when me say secrets, me talking about the kind of mix-up where everybody know, but everybody pretends that them don't know. We're dealing with the man we have 2 pickney down the lane, 3 up the hill, one where him say is just resemblance, and the next one will look like him photocopy. Scandal, surprise, whole heap of drama and revelation. All right. So tune into at Voices with Lady D on YouTube Saturday morning, sharp 10 o'clock. Bring your tea, bring your cushion, bring your self-control, because the village are going to talk. And listen, me no want only just watch the promo. No, sir. Me want only like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel. So tell your neighbor, tell your frenemy, tell your co-worker, tell the whole district. Run, go press the buttons. Saturday, 10 a.m. Village Secrets. Brace on yourself.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Welcome to Saturday morning runnings, everyone. It is another beautiful day. We're expecting some wonderful weather here in the East. And it's nothing new. People are just hopping, running around like, chicken without a head. It's almost like we never had it before, but it's so it go. We love the excitement. And so I'd like to welcome you to the show. This is Saturday Morning Runnings, aired every Saturday at 10 a.m. and little after. We're here this morning to talk about village secrets. And for those of you who saw the promo, I'm sure you already start right down. Remember Mass Tom, Miss Cooley, and you have been going down the
That
lane.
was, listen to me, that was my granny name, Miss Schoolie.
The man we have it.
I'll take that back.
Yes.
Find one new name. Mind you implicate people who are not supposed to be implicated.
Yeah, you
Hello.
Name.
I think I should have.
Not make sure it's here.
It's so funny because my grandmother, they call her Miss Cooley in the district. And, and some people call her Cuckoo. So some say Cuckoo.
Okay.
I mean, and then some say Miss Cooley, but they never called her by her name. So, you know how that go.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
The conversation promises to be great this morning, and we thank you for joining us. Please share the link with someone. You know how it go. There is a little thumbs up finger for you to like, and then you have that arrow going right that you tap on, and you're able to share that link with the people in your network. So all those of you who know somebody, please share it with them and say, come on over. It a gone nice this morning. We are Jamaicans, all four of us here. Jackie will be joining us in a few minutes, but we do have a guest appearance. She came on the show. She appeared on the show this past Thursday in our Voices segment. And this is actually co-producer's cousin, Dr. Joan Roberts. Dr. Roberts, please wave to them for me. Tell them morning.
Morning, how wanna do? How wanna do?
We're good. We're good.
We're
And
not
so
do
They are
nothing.
here.
We're not do nothing.
We're about to do something.
we're about to do something. So Dr. Roberts is an educator, and believe it or not, Dr. Roberts is like young, fresh, and green. She has been in the classroom for the past 50 years, and this year she'll be retiring. Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Yes.
And I'm 67 and beautiful.
You see that now?
We see that. Don't tell nobody because they won't believe you.
Me
That's-
love to tell
They
them,
look
because
like
you take
no
care of your
67.
body. That's how you look. Yeah, me love
Yes.
to tell them.
Yes.
Yes. So we thank everybody for tuning in this morning. And as we would say, bearing in mind, we are a group of women who just sit down and talk stories. We reminisce a lot. And if we have to deal with current and topical issues, we take them on just as well. But this morning, we are piggybacking on a line that was dropped in last week's show. And we thought we should bring village secrets here this morning. So we just a flow like that. So welcome everybody. Time to go. We have lots to talk about. And look who is here, who was first. So, we always acknowledge our guests. And one of our favorites, and my brother King is here. He says, look me now, player. Where are you people come from? It's now 10:14. We don't know time. We love your King. And co-producer is here, and he's apologizing for our late start. And he's wishing us happy Saturday. And oh Lord. So Ryan says, because me here said the two boys by the one dry head Dassa have is for the pastor for the church.
Oh,
No.
we start already.
Mix up.
Mix up and blend, you call that.
Yes, my sister
Yes.
Jen is here. Great morning, everyone. Please stay warm. It's really cold out there. Yes, we're there. We're not
Yes.
there for no
Really,
reason.
me walk my dog and my face still feel like it a come back to.
Oh, you went out.
Me
Okay.
had to the dog. If me could just tell the dog, say watch out, just go on out there and come back. Ring the bell when you come back.
you would have done just that.
I would have done
Yeah,
just
we
that.
do. So as we kick off the segment this morning, again, welcome, share, like, subscribe, but it's now time to start talking. Every community have them story, and we know that. But this week, we're opening up the file nobody want to talk about. From hidden relationships to mystery pickney, popping up all over the district, village secrets, we're going to talk them out this morning. So expect laughter, because that's what we do here. And pure Jamaican and Caribbean truth. And it applies to other parts of the world as well, because we're going to unpack stuff this morning. So I mentioned a name as a pitch earlier, and Sharon says, yeah, Miss Cooley.
Yes.
Yes, Sharon's have a relative named Miss Cooley.
Me granny, me sweet, sweet granny. God bless her heart.
Yes. But I am from Pennants in Clarendon. Now, most people know, I'm a little Kingstonian who went to country a little bit. And so most of us, our communities share commonality. Everybody knows somebody from down a crossroad right back to wherever they live, or adjoining communities. I've heard many a tale of these things. Some of them, it's a stare you in the face that you say, then how come that the picnic they're not over that the yard? Because they look like the man will live over that yard.
Because of him.
Because of him, but he lives somewhere else. And so the whispers, or if I know whisper, people turn up at them gate and chat and them kind of stuff. And it's our reality. You maybe know somebody good who it happened to, or you maybe not know nobody, but hey, that's the
I think one of the reasons for the whispers were that most of these people were prominent church members in the community. So that I think that was one of the reasons. Because as a child, I heard and see a lot, but those people on Sunday morning, they have the collection plate in a church. So I think that was one of the reasons why there were whispers in the beginning. When you become older now, you start to actually see things for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because most of the infractions, if we can call them that were committed back then, they were quote unquote from pillars of the community. They were from pillars. Might I say that we are all from different parishes, and invariably just like the name, that's why by virtue of Lady D just saying Miss Cooley, and my grandmother was affectionately known as Miss Cooley, because you're gonna find the same players. A village usually is almost like a play. It's like actors on a screen. You have the butcher, you have the shoemaker, you have the wood, you have the same players. So they're just all in different places, because I'm sure we can make a contrast to maybe somebody in Max's area, all the way at St. Mary, you know what I mean? And all of that stuff. But usually these things, because you would have prominent men who would be deflowering the young ladies right, left, and center. And sometimes the kid, the child produces an offspring for them and dare not say their name.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's usually one, and a lot of these things, God help us. We don't know people get married without therapy back then, but hey, some of them would have require, if it was in today's society, it would require therapy.
I think some of them are still functioning right now and need therapy. Because they just never get over that. And, those things are taboo. True. You don't talk about certain things.
Right. And it's hurting. Some people have long buried the feeling, or they have learned to coexist with the feeling, or the result of whatever action it was. Because sometimes
and there's
actions.
And there's also the case where things happened back then and it never come out until years later.
Yes.
Because I know of situations, a whole lot in my district and even my own family, where somebody got pregnant and it was given to this man, but when the kid grew up and became adult, he was a spitting image of the next man. And all of it was covered and hushed down because people migrated and all of that. But then when death took place in the family and the family come together, they start saying, but wait, he look like this money. And then it came out, it never came out broad and wide and loud, meaning it was not explained or anything, but people, the word go around little by little, and the kid is obviously who he is. And I mean, when I was a kid, I didn't understand it back then, but when I became an adult, I started hearing stories here and there. I started putting the pieces of the puzzle together. I realized, oh my God, and I mean, several times. I know of a situation too where a young lady in my district, but then I was a kid, as I said, little pickney, but me here, I mean, a stupid. And this girl got pregnant, and it was like a domino game. They were trying to match to see, who she pregnant for, and it was just like going around. Everybody saying on me, this guy is saying on him, the other one saying it's not me. But when the kid was born, it was my uncle. Kid.
Oh dear.
You understand? So as I said, there's lots of situations. And we're talking about pregnancy right now and kid bearing and all of that situation. But there are lots of other secrets that happened or things that were kept hush hush. I recall as a kid growing up, when people were getting ready to go abroad, somebody was filed for someone's going to travel. That was a big time secret too.
Yes.
All of a sudden somebody's missing from the district. And you wonder, how come I don't see this person how long? And months later on, you hear, but say Maxine Ghana foreign. That was a big kept secret for whatever reason.
Even as an adult, when I went to get my visa, nobody knew I was going to the embassy. And when I walked in there,
that's
I
what I'm
saw
talking
one of
about.
my co-workers, and I'm like, oh my God, my business gone abroad now. She was hiding, I was hiding. We bumped into each other at the embassy. And I'm like, me done. This story gone abroad. Everybody knows to make America now. So even as an adult, that happened to me. But adding to what you were saying about these children, there's a lot of children in my community who were fathered by their grandfather. And when the baby was born, mom took the baby as her own child. And some people in the district did not even know that the mother was the mother until we were adults. You thought it was Miss Clara's child who, a lot of them had children when they were very early. So they were still able to pass with the fact that this is my baby, when in fact it was their daughter's baby, fathered by their husband. And they knew it.
Wow.
It's funny because I remember a particular child who was born deformed. He had no fingers. And they were saying it's because genetically it was his grandfather, that was his dad. Wow. And he, as they would say, he was the spitting image of the man.
Yeah. You know what? That is something I was gonna say as well, because sometimes the mother knows.
Usually they know.
Yeah, man. Say, like, no, we know that these grown men that preys on these young ladies are pedophile. We know that. No, that was not a word that was tossed about, at least not in my neck of the woods back in the day. So you had some people who were serial pedophiles. That's what they did.
Yes.
And they should have been in jail. They should have been put away. Because you have some of these young ladies. I mean, usually they start with them very early. They would start with them very early by 13, 14. And sometimes the men, it was usually the men who would prey on these young ladies, and then the wives of these men, because nobody now divorced, nobody for them something, nobody now left nobody.
They covered it up,
call him workless and call him other names, but they're not leaving the person for that because of the entanglements and all of them things. They would stay there. The poor young lady would bear the brunt of all of this stuff, that she would be called every name but a child of God. Yeah, and then they would turn around and the mother would know. And like Joan says, the mom would take the kid because the actual mother is a child herself.
Yeah.
And is not able to do the mothering, and they would know for the man pickney and take I know one person who took the child, but it so happened that the young lady who bore the child just lived down the street. And so the man's wife when the child was born, and they saw the resemblance and family, DNA can't lie.
Mm-hmm.
And the picnic splitting image, and the mother just say, the wife just say, what, I don't want him to have to be visiting the home to because she felt it was only right for the child to be maintained, to be supported.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't want the man to have occasion to be visiting the home in order to see the child. So she asked the young lady for the child. The young lady was only too happy to give her the child, and she raised her as her own in the household with her other children.
Mm-hmm.
And she's to be commended because she never made any bones about it. She made no excuses for him. She kind of bawled him out, and everybody knows she was going to take the child. And the child grew up. We all went to school together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that's how that happened. But you have some people who cover it down and cover it down and never to light it. It became until something drastic happened.
Mm-hmm.
Or some of them send that girl who got pregnant to another parish, to an auntie or another relative, and they just disappear, and you don't know where they went. And then maybe years after they resurface, some of them never came back. And but
Yes.
can you imagine trauma of the child, the
Mm-hmm.
mother, the
Mm-hmm.
grandmother, and
Mm-hmm.
I am on ear, so I'm gonna tell you what me to do with the father. But everybody's traumatized in that sense there right now.
Yes. Yes. Yes,
Yes, yes.
because nobody comes out the winner. Nobody at all.
No.
And look,
That's
this is
true.
not a disease that you just pick up. It's not the common cold. You
Mm-hmm.
make up your mind. And the thing too, what make it worse, it's a case where it was done over and over.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And a one
Yes, that's the worst
isolated
part.
case, you say like, whoops, it was
Uh-huh.
done over and over. You always hear somebody say, oh, in my village ram, making galang, in my village ram.
Mm-hmm.
Some village rams were fathering upwards of 2 dozen children in the same district. I know one such in mine who ended up, he had 3 people pregnant at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
one of whom was married. And they each had a daughter, and them 3 kids looked like they could be triplets.
Well,
Oh Lord.
there was one man in my district that had 2 ladies in the district, and literally every time the wife had a baby, the girlfriend had a baby. And the
Very
girlfriend
well.
had 7 children for him. The wife had 5. But what
Hey.
amazes me about that relationship, the kids are tighter than you can think. They are so close to each other.
Mm.
And the girlfriend who migrated and the wife migrated, the girlfriend died maybe a year ago, and the wife flew from Maryland to the funeral. I cannot fathom that kind of relationship at all.
Larry, you
And
can't follow me neither.
the girlfriend later got married to somebody else, and the other guy that fathered all these children used to fight the husband.
Oh,
Fight the
nice.
husband after she decided, I'm over, I'm going to move to somebody else. He was
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
fighting the husband with his wife and his children.
Wow.
I've never seen that before. But I admire the children. They are siblings. They love each other. They're close. But
Mm-hmm.
the dynamics was just different. They're like a month apart with the children.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
And
Yeah,
it
that's the
was
thing,
one district to the other. It was in the same district, literally neighbors. And there was no
Wow.
secret. Everybody knew.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And we would want to ask the question here, what was it that caused people to keep quiet?
Well, I think in those days, as my mom is an example, the woman had no say. The man was in charge. Like my dad literally went to my grandfather and asked my mother's hand in marriage. So my mom think that whatever daddy say was okay. If he said jump, you ask how high, because he owns her. So I think the woman, first of all, they had zero self-esteem, which they knew nothing about. So they thought that it
Uh-huh.
was a big deal. If I was having babies for the minister, I was on top. They didn't see the
Right.
connection. They didn't see where it was wrong. And again, the way they were socialized, they
Mm-hmm.
were taught to accept that. So it has
Right.
a lot to
The
do with
education level
the
back then was
culture
different.
and the belief, the way we were raised. And the
Yes.
men just feel that they could do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it was
yes.
the neighbor right next door. Some of them
That's true.
choose,
Because
but
you know what too? A
Some of
lot of
them push
women
first
back
couple
then
and
never.
then guy, then just dry eye.
Yes, and a lot of women back then never went out to a job. They never worked. They were
Yes.
stay-at-home wives. So because the men were the providers, they had all the say and all the answers to all the questions. I think that was one of the
Yeah,
reasons why.
yeah, yeah, man. Finances. When it come down to finances, that's what it
Mhm.
was. It was few and far between for the women to be working outside. They probably would be the local dressmaker, do
Yes.
little here or something of that, or keep shop or something
Right.
like that. But outside of that, they weren't professionals in the workplace who felt some sort of self, motivation or had some amount of self-esteem. So they would just go along with
Absolutely.
what and the men were just brutish and just feel like say, well, me can't do a thing. You just stay around there. So you don't dare cross the line, but I can cross it as many times as I
I
want.
want.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
Uh-huh.
it was, yeah, and sometimes it continues to the next generation too, unfortunately,
Yeah.
because that's what they grew up seeing. They normalized the thing, and it just came out that hey, it is what it is. Don't ask, don't tell.
But
So
living that example, I decided as a child. My mom, my dad has never hit my mom. I've never seen him hitting her. But the emotional damage, the emotional torture. And as a father, he always say to us, he had three girls. May they send her to school, come in one man walk on. And I put that in my head. And I promised myself that the way he's walking on my mom, not physically, nobody's gonna walk on me.
Yeah.
And I decided I'm gonna have my own money. Because if my mom said I want a candy, he would say to her, but you get one candy last week, why you need another candy this week? So I decided
Exactly.
that I am gonna be my own person. And
Yes. Be
nobody, maybe
independent.
that's why
Yeah.
I'm still single. Nobody can tell me what to do. And at this stage of my life, you have to come darn good for you, make me look by you sideways. So I
right.
didn't I didn't adopt my mom's policy. I go the other way because I did not. My father was so difficult. If he had 10 shirts clean, the one that was dirty he wanted. And my mom used to use her hand and
Oh,
wash it and put it over the lamp. In go and wear one of the nine when I have her in go on without shirt. That was my policy. My mom was the opposite. But
Yes.
if Kate came
Yes.
from seeing her being so subordinated to this man.
mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. And as and in some cases I would be the same as you. And in some cases, the daughters, because they saw their mother so
Yeah.
browbeaten, they just,
Uh-huh.
them just say, well, that's a life. That's how it
Adopt.
go.
Yeah.
That's just
They
how we go.
adopt.
I can't, I can't, what you call it? I can't do anything different because that's what's normal. Or I
Yes,
don't
that's the
want to be
expectation.
That's how
what
they
they
grow.
do.
That's what they saw.
Yeah, so Joan, you are the stronger type who said that's not going to be
Mm-mm.
my Latin life.
Yes.
I'm not going
Yeah.
down that road. And
Yes.
then you have some men as well. I know a family where the father
Be popping.
decided he had all girls and he decided him have to deflower the whole of them before
Mm.
anybody else, and him bring them come and him for do it.
Yeah.
And I
Man.
and
What?
I learned this later on. I mean, if it's one of the dog, and when we tell us, it have them mentally, they can't
Traumatized.
traumatized.
Of course.
Them can't function right in relationships. One of them is married 3 times, and it's just a lot going back and forth. And I'm like, I was talking to one of them, and that's when she broke down, and she said, still, she's the youngest. And she said, that's just how it's still affecting me.
Mm-mm.
Because he would run away any suitors that came to their door. Any young man come and professed
An
I think
interest.
it's full love, just
Yes.
interest.
Mm-hmm.
He would have run them like dog, because he wanted
Mm-mm.
he wanted to be first.
Yeah. Him know him need liquor rat poison.
Not just one little bit.
Lick a bit.
And I mean, he's still living.
Oh
He's
yeah,
still
them
active.
little.
And I told one of them, I said, I'm close to one of them as opposed to the other two. But I said, what you need to do is you need to sit him down and talk to
Yes.
him.
Confront
Because
him.
he should not even be in jail. He should be under the jail. Because him not do it to one art and do it to the whole. That was his. That is that was his MO. That's just how him operate. And their mother was there. So I say, come on,
something is wrong with that photograph.
Yeah, you would be, in most cases, you're probably close to your mother or you're close to your whatever. But none of who couldn't tell the mother who have one auntie, who couldn't clap him in a knee cup, who couldn't thump him where enough he get thumped.
Well, a lot of the people that they tell would not believe them. A lot of the people would not believe them.
That's it. That's it, Miss Joan. That's it right there. Parents wouldn't believe. Yeah.
I am a fighter. Government will have to come and ask you why so and so happened to you, and me tell them what you that try to do to me. Period.
They won't find anybody.
If you approach me in that way, I'm not. No pun intended. I'm not.
You can't give it now. I'm not giving neither.
I'm not doing it. Well, if you run away,
I'm gonna be fighting going down.
Whatever I need to do, but somebody gonna say, why is this child acting so outrageous? And I'm gonna tell her because so and so and so.
No, but you know what? You know what? The reality of the day at that time is that everybody was on a hush.
Yes.
And then there had to be somebody who decide what can get exposed and what can get exposed.
And as children, we were deadly afraid of our parents. As children, we were afraid of adults, period. Because you were supposed to be seen and not heard.
Yes.
So we were afraid.
Yes. And the emotional fallout is a ripple effect.
Yes.
So if you talk, everybody in that family, because we're clannish, that family is going to crucify
against you. They're going to turn against you.
An exorcist kind of situation.
Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes these men were close to like the in-laws, like the mother-in-law doted on them.
Yes, they can't believe it.
Pajamas, it's the best thing ever happened in the family and stuff. And so it could be as twisted in his mind and in actions as you want to be. And then God forbid he should have a profession that is to be admired.
Yes.
Oh Lord, make it worse.
Nobody not breathing a word.
Yes.
Because him is above board. It's terrible.
It is. Welcome everybody. You're just joining. We hop on over and say howdy to you because we don't want to miss out on what you have to share. So I saw where Richard is on, and Richard says, every woman knows whose child it is. They were just too shy or disappointed in themselves to talk, or they would give it to the person that they feel could take care of it, or the person with a good name, in other words.
It's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Good morning, Lovey. We were hoping you could join us this morning. Morning, Lovey. Jen says, as children, the way we were raised cannot be compared with these children now. Yes.
There's no comparison whatsoever.
Yes. Who is this now? Real Talk Sharon's. Okay. And good morning, Lilith. Lilith says a pleasant good morning to you, Lady Denise Green, and your team. Happy Saturday. Love the program. Okay. Drea. Okay, you have been watching. All right. So we're talking about village secrets. And if these people, I'm so happy I have a producer because he's capable of reminding me at this point the people present on this platform who are from the same parish. So Joan and co-producer and Sharnsey are from the same parish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning, Jax.
Hey, Jack.
How are you?
Good morning.
Yes, morning.
I'm barely awake.
That's all right. We take you. You're there. Meet Dr.
Drink
Robert.
some coffee tea. You'll be fine. Drink some coffee tea, Jackie.
Some coffee tea.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Good morning. Who is this lady?
This is Dr. Joan Roberts. She's Eval's cousin. family.
Hi, doctor. How are you?
I am fine, thank you.
Meet Jackie. She's a
Oh
part
my
of
gosh, doctor.
Hi,
I
Jackie.
had a rough night at work last night.
Oh, well, somebody owes me a lot of money because I was wake up at 5 minutes to 10 to be ready by 10 o'clock. So I'm going to talk about that off camera with somebody.
Oh,
You see, true then know say me one live together by myself. And she say, I can't take liberty of me.
May I tell you, liberty come through
God.
carelessness, you know, so it's not your
Yes.
fault, yeah, John.
Oh
He
my
says he'll send
gosh.
you a pack of cane.
I'll be waiting.
But they can bribe
Yeah.
her with cane.
Me have
Yeah.
cane road right out in the backyard right now.
All right.
Right.
That's not secret.
I take the cane bribery myself. I would take the cane bribery myself, believe me.
Yes. But you know, we're really talking about an issue that has traveled through generations.
Yeah.
Where are we today?
And sometimes, and the thing about it, and I think maybe it's human nature, but the principle involved, how there's something just wrong, because you would have men. Now, bearing in mind now, this is not only about men, because women have done their part. But the thing about it is, say Tom and Johnny are good friends. Johnny is the perpetrator. Him are the one will go around the community. and in friend no. And sometimes they don't even have the guts to say, man, what you do?
Oh, that's so
It's
weird.
wrong.
Okay.
Yes, it's wrong. So sometimes they're protecting their friend, protecting the secret, the bad behavior, and all of them something there. Until it's like an art. It's perfected.
Yes.
And they know to mask it after a while, you know, because we see it in the community. They know how to mask it. And then when people realize about hold on, how all of them a little pick the one over there, so one down there, so one over, so look alike. So that's when, you know, things start to show
They
up.
finally put two and two together to make
People
five.
start put two and two together.
And questions start to ask.
Right. No, we
Yeah.
go back to the mental aspect of it, because one, the person who is traumatized by that, like for example, the girls, the siblings who mother children for their father. You imagine how much inner turmoil they had to go through.
Yeah.
Because even during the act itself, and we have to be honest, even the mere approach alone, the side eye or something,
Look here.
to the point when it got to the act itself.
Yes.
That is why I am saying,
Yeah.
I would thank God for grace and mercy, because I would be in what they call JAIL.
You're gonna be God.
If you are related to me in any way, shape,
Yes.
or form, because look,
Form,
and the thing is, you know, you can call it RAPE, but because they prey on the young ladies, then give them the side eye, then give them one extra candy. I used to see I used to see girls I grew up with. You're past the square, and the man, them, you know, you always have a cool way a drink and play domino and punch.
Yes.
And when the young ladies, when we all get to a certain age, and you start, the little girls them start come up.
Yes.
Them start look by you, and your instinct, you feel say no man, my son, so if you look by me, so
yeah, you know, feel right.
Yes.
It's something
Because you're calling them Mr., you know. You're calling them Mr. Joe, Mr. Brown.
Look here, but all when them breed you and you are pickney for them, you have to still call them Mr.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't say for them, but you have to still call. You have to still. You're forced to still give them respect.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I'm saying. I have had that approach. I remember one time my granny sent me go a shop, and you have your adjoining land, and I'm walking through the adjoining land, my neighbor's adjoining land, and it was
Shortcut.
a banana walk, middle of the day, and me hear the banana little my rustle like, and I've always been alert. I mean, I look like, okay, is it a dog in because bad dog they both, and one of the bad dog run me down and all them things. So I'm looking, I'm sitting up, and then I hear somebody whispering my name.
Mm-hmm.
And then things are dopey.
And everything see a dopey sister. Me head all raised.
Yes.
Head raised, when me hear Janet.
Me not run down.
Yeah, I'm switch round. And then when my eyes landed on the individual, it was a grown up in the district. He was pleasuring himself.
Oh my God.
And and then when him called me, when I look until my eye buck up on him in the banana walk, he started pointing at the object. And I goes up to me.
I call you.
My impulse became a stone throw, me fling.
And that mean the one that it's not big rock stone.
Hello, me say my impulse was to grab 2 stones, but then fear took over. So instead me run, go a shop, me turn back and run back to the house. And I was out of breath. Me so call me granny, mama, me get me say, mom say, what do you? Me out of breath, everything bag flew.
How do you explain that as a young child in
I
Jamaica?
told
How do you
her.
explain to your grandmother what you saw, what happened?
I told her in no uncertain term, me see such and such over there, so with so and so, and him call me. Just like that. I remember my granny said, what? Anytime she go cry, she said, make I go dress him. I go and dress him.
Can you pick up her machine?
Hello, she pick up and knock it 2 times, bam, bam, on the kitchen side, and said, come with me. And we walked in the general direction, and she let him have it in no uncertain term, and him look at me, grandfather wasn't home.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Tag him to slap with the machine.
You know what I mean?
I have a scrape the machine on the ground. Or they scrape the machine on the ground.
Yeah, but I'm just
I
saying
experienced growing up too like that. Well, similar. There was a man, big man, an Indian man, belly big. He got me on the main road. My governor sent me out. I think I was going to the post office and I see him walking on the road. And he was a long out him tongue and a carry on with me. Big man and I can't hardly walk. Old man, I was a little girl. Probably about 12 or so. And he look at me and say, ought to be an old man's pet and a young man's slave, which would you prefer? I said none.
Oh, wow.
Yes, inside that, which would you prefer? To be an old man, a young man's slave, or an old man's pet? I said none. And kiss me teeth and gone about my business.
But for you, I went dry for you on time.
Yes, very dry and still dry.
Well, I guess all of us have had that sort of experience, because I think I shared on this show before what my experience as a young child. I couldn't have been older than maybe 7. And it was a man who was also a member of the church. And my grandmother sent us to his house, sent my brothers to his house, because his wife was a seamstress, just like grandma. So they exchanged like fabrics, or if there was something like she didn't have a zipper or something like that, she would send. She was sent to grandma. Grandma was sent to her. And it was something of this sort that happened, and I decided to go with my brothers, my 2 elder brothers, to the house to get whatever grandma sent us for. And on our way back, there were 2, apple trees. So the boys stopped to pick apples. And me and the small one, me a little girl, so we stand up at the apple tree, underneath the apple tree. And then the man came, the husband of the lady, same lady, came, and he has a farm nearby. And this was now, some distance from their house. It was like halfway between our house and theirs. And he came and he said, tell the boy, go and pick up a man. Don't leave she one down at bottom here. So I never forget as a little girl. Because, because of what happened. And he lifted me up, put me over his neck, and walked with me up the hill, up to the hut.
Jesus.
And what happened in the hut was it was just, I didn't even know what I was experiencing.
How old were you, Jackie?
I was like 7.
And so
And it never left me, because when I got home, I was very quiet. I remember going back home. And when I got home, I told Grandma that we saw the man. And he took me up to the hut. And she said, it's like she became alert. I remember that. She became alert and she said, took you up to the hut. She said, him take you up at the hut? And I said, yes. And she said, then where them boy in there? And I told her that they were in the apple tree. They were picking apples. And she said, so what happened in that hut? Like she never want me get too frightened. Right. I realized now what she was doing. Like she was making me comfortable enough to share if something happened and what happened. And immediately she said, so what happened? Like she was very calm. And I told her, and she said, so what you do? Like, she was like that. She said, so what you do? What you do? And I told her how he had me, and I sat and he put me across his legs. And she said, so what you do? What else him do? And I explained to her exactly what he did. And it was my grandmother said, that was very bad. It was a very bad thing that he did. So I now felt like I did something wrong. But she reassured me that I didn't do anything wrong. And it was from that day, I never saw that man again in the church. Oh, so because my grandfather was a man. If you take 4 steps, him take 1. Walk fast and then foot them long. So when him take 1 step, you have to take 4. And Grandpa turned out of that house, that yard, when he came home, and Grandma told him, I heard them talking, and Grandma told him, and when he come back, it was that I don't even think that man eat that night, because my grandfather was very upset.
They never find the body.
No, seriously.
No, so Jackie, we thank you for sharing, because we're always, we pick and choose what we share here.
Yeah.
But this only tells you how they are just shameless.
Yes.
Preys and predators are right around you.
Zooming on a child.
Yeah.
And they zoom in on adult women as well.
Yeah.
Now so hear the thing here now. Thank God for your grandparents.
Yeah.
Thank God for your grandparents.
And something else happened after that. By now I was developing. So I was like close to 10 or so, and I was developing. And they had just run water in the district. So they would run a pipe just halfway from the road into your yard. So if you didn't run it from there up to the house, then you'd have to go down to to the gate or so to catch water. So there was this other guy in the district who was known. He was very good at art, like drawing and so on. And I remember he was passing by me and another young lady who was staying with us, who went down to catch the water. He was just walking by the gate. He him turn up and look at me door. Yeah, boss breast door.
Yes. Oh yes. Oh yeah. I've been told that.
Like that. I remember. I got that a lot.
A guy in the community who was working on the property two of them in the kitchen, because we have a good sized kitchen, and the two of them they look and I say it. You know, me go right into mama.
Yeah. So because of what had happened before and the way grandma dealt with it, what she planted in my head, run go up a yard because the house is just right up there. So me just run go up and go tell grandma, say, our grandpa was here. The grandpa had the cutlass, you see?
Yes.
Walk out of that yard, and when he done, he never, the only thing was left for him to do was to beat him with the cutlass. And grandpa tell him, say, as long as he live, he must turn the eye and look up that yard.
Yeah.
That man, from me a pickney, whenever I'm pass, him look so. You know, look so.
In my case, I was a little different. In my case, my dad was overprotective. He had 3 girls and 2 boys. We never went anywhere. And everybody knew he had a machete under his car seat because his children are never wrong. Even when we were wrong, we were not wrong. So everybody in the district was literally afraid of him. Because as a child, when he said he would chop you up with a machete, I really thought he was serious. I didn't know he was just joking. Yeah, even when I started dating, he tell me, say, whosoever I carry me home, you know, chop him up with a machete. But I really thought he was serious. Now I know he was joking, but we never get the opportunity. Because my dad was one of the few men that had a car in the district. So we drove to church. We drove back home. He picked us up at school. We were dropped at school. It would have to be somebody inside the house that do something like that, and he didn't allow anybody. It was funny because when I was about 12, he doesn't have very much relatives, but he found a brother in Kingston who was coming back and forth to Montego Bay to sell stuff. So the brother would stay with us like Thursday into Friday. And I was happy to have my uncle because we didn't know anybody else about any family. And then he just stopped coming. And then later on, I understand that he told my dad that he wanted me to come to Kingston and stay with him. My dad tell him, I don't know what he told him, but I never saw that man again in my life. So in hindsight, looking back now, my dad sees something that we wouldn't even understand. He told him, as long as he live, he don't want to see him back in the house. He's not to come back to us. And he just disappeared. And we were kind of disappointed because that was like the only family member. But my dad said he didn't have a wife. He lived by himself. Why does he want you to come and live with him? So, you know, as an old wise person, I think that's the first thing that came to my dad's mind. And he said, he ain't gonna happen here. And he just disappeared. So we didn't have the opportunity to go nowhere or do nothing.
Girl child.
We're having church at night. If my mom is not coming, we ain't going nowhere.
And you know what? It's funny because back then, family members, there were a lot of family members who were predators. Because I had a cousin that lived in our district, older man for me to bigger man. And when my grandmother sent me to shop or anywhere, and if I ever see him on the road walking, he would always try to come and tickle me. He pretend as if he's playing with me as a child. But while he try to ticklish me, he touch my breast. And I hated him to the guts. And when I'm on the road, no matter which side of the road me run to, he run me down and try to hold me and try to just to touch my breast. Yes? But he would go and behave as if he was playing with me and tickle and I laugh and I carry on. But the whole idea was to touch my breast.
That is
he never went beyond that, but he always wanted to touch my breast. Anyway, see me pretend he's playing with me. But I hated it because back then I never understood the whole situation because then I wasn't that exposed. But me realized that is what he wanted to do. You know, he was up to sexual.
It wasn't just being exposed. It was taboo. It was something that they didn't want to talk. Some family members didn't want to talk about. Some parents didn't want to touch the subject. They didn't even want to use the word sex. You know, let alone to talk to young girls. So
that's the very reason why I wrote that song, "Sex and No Secret." That's the main reason why. Because as a child growing up, it was never spoken of. Nobody explained nothing. Nobody tell you nothing. That's why I wrote that song.
Yeah, but you know, thank God for my grandmother because of what she instilled in me from that time. And then when I went to live with my mother, my mother took it to another level. and she taught us, like she should sit us down and she taught us certain things. She had books we had to read, and she would sit us down and discuss things with us. And I remember she had books called Unbecoming a Man, Unbecoming a Woman, Happiness of Husband and Wives.
Yes, we know that one.
Yeah, we had those books at home, and we read those books. I remember.
I think our parents did not know how to share things with us. I never forget, as long as I live, my mom or my dad never pulled me aside and said, okay, you're turning that, you're gonna have a monthly cycle. Nothing. All my dad said was, no make no man touch you, then touch you, you go breed. So I personally
that was sex education.
Literally touch you.
Yes, that was it.
So they used to say, man, why? Yes, when I was growing up, me wild. If me see one man over that side, me gone over that side. Cause he touch me, me go breed. I didn't understand the process, and nobody explained the process.
Yeah.
I mean, as an 18, I went to college when I was 18, and that's where I learned everything. Because when the married people came back from the weekend visit, we go to a room, and they thought I was the quietest person on earth, but I was listening, and I didn't want them to know I didn't know what they were talking about. So I just listened, and I assimilated, and I sucked in everything like a sponge, because I didn't know said the man touch breed was a different story completely. As I took it literal.
Yes. Yeah.
Now I have one son. I discuss everything with him. And I remember when he was going to college, I bought him a whole bunch of condom. And the boy look at me and say, Mommy, you know say that the brand me use. Me say me don't care what brand you use, but me they tell you what you use. He say, no, I couldn't have said that. If I had said that to my parents, then lick me silly. And he literally said, Mommy, you know that's the brand I use. I said, as long as you're using it, I don't care what brand it is. We never got the opportunity to be exposed like that.
You know what? I'm telling you, I remember when I started having my periods. I was 14, started late. And in the morning I was late for school. You know why I was late for school? I didn't know how to approach my grandmother to tell her.
You're hiding.
I couldn't pluck up the courage. I didn't know what I got say, I didn't know if to say it.
Yep.
Because it was never spoken of. Nobody exposed me or tell me anything. I only knew about the subject in school and from my other friends in school who was having days before I did. I was late because I didn't know if I could tell her, so she didn't have nothing put on. So she had to ask the neighbor to give me some so I could go to school. You know, so it is just the era in which we grew up and how we grew up, because them the dark and them make we dark if we follow their food.
Well, you know, as you say that, I remember as a child, my mom used to have a pail. And, you know, you're inquisitive. So when I opened the pail, I used to see these things all bloody water, and I closed it back, but I had no idea what it was. And then when that happened, as you said, I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to bleed to death. And all they do is throw something to you, and there was still no explanation as to what's going on. And they didn't let you know that now is the time that if anything happens, you can get pregnant. A lot of my friends got pregnant innocently. They had no idea what the process was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
Whew.
Yeah. Listen, it's a heavy burden, you know, growing up in that period when nobody wanted to talk. But, you know, thankfully, the little that I got from my grandmother, it prepared me for when I left home and when I went to live with my mother and I started going out on my own and so on. You couldn't look at me too weird.
Yes.
Because by now teacher, I was equipped. I don't want near to any young girls or any nieces or nephew or so. I don't trust you.
Because you start thinking the way they don't even think. As a teacher, I have more to deal with now, because when we were growing up, you didn't have this homosexuality thing at all. Now, this country that I live, my students will come to me and divulge certain information. And I have to tell them, I cannot keep this a secret. I have to tell X, Y, and Z because they can't tell anybody at home. So then now you get caught between a whole bunch of stuff. And some of them, I just refer them to social worker or guidance counselor, because I myself is not comfortable talking about it.
That's a whole different kettle of fish.
Growing up, I would never want a child to be in that position that I was in as far as sexuality was concerned. Now you have the resources for them. We didn't have it then.
Yeah. Yep.
And another village secret. Another village. I'm gonna have to run at about 11:15. But I just want to touch on this quickly, ladies. Another village secret we had back then was marriage. When people were about to get married, it was a best kept secret until the day in some cases. And I'm looking back now in my mind and I'm thinking one of the reasons why marriage was kept a secret too, because sometimes the bride to be was pregnant. So they would have to hide it. It was a hush hush. You know, so that was another village secret back then. You know, marriage, Maxine got married. And why? Because Maxine pregnant. So, you know, it was another secret.
And if they
another
didn't
quick
get married,
secret.
Everybody would be kicked out of the church. If your mother is a deaconess or
they put you a back bench,
right?
You go back bench.
Oh yes, listen. We had the church I grew up in. We had an entire. I mean, it was primitive. Them tell it was primitive, you know.
Yes.
Because they never looked on attraction between young people as normal, as rite of passage, as something that will occur. You know what I mean? Them make it look like, say, if a guy look on you and a boy look at you and you look back on him and you smile and him smile and God forbid you can make a little giggle. them, whatever you were serving in them take you off.
Yes.
Whole tribunal, them up. I mean, I had an older cousin in the household, right? She's 10 years older than me. And so the experiences that she was having, I was too young to have them, but you know, may I benefit from them time there. And you know, young, thank God it never happened to her, but she had a good friend who had got pregnant. And the friend was called up and them had all the elders and everybody and mind you, the other party was never called up, you know, only she alone.
Yeah.
And she
always
was
the case.
Bench, and I'm in the back sitting down because then you know I think they had a peer group that they wanted to admonish as well. So I had to wait for my cousin, and then it's like they weren't approaching it in a way. First to begin with, that was totally unnecessary because of public shaming. But then they never approach it in a way like to say, well, you know, give her, empathize with her, you know, offer her some assistance, something. It was like daggers being thrown.
Try to that to these young people at church now. You never see them come back.
That's always been like that back then. It was like that everywhere in whichever district. That's how it happened.
Yeah, then you're subjected to sit at the back bench for the rest of your days, practically.
And the people who were making those decisions, they were no saints themselves.
Exactly.
But sometimes the person who the child is bearing for is also in the group.
Yes.
Exactly. Because sometimes the same deacon is having incestual relationships with his granddaughter. You know?
Deacon or deek.
Or in daughter.
So Max, before you go, Eval wants you to define for the audience what you mean by them dark.
Them dark like midnight.
Okay, well, that was a terminology that was used when I was a kid growing up. When somebody say you're dark, you can't read, you don't have no understanding, you have no brain, you know. You get upset about everything, ignorant. You get upset about everything instead of, you know, sitting down and discuss things and speak about the subject matter and fix it. You just get upset and get loud, you know. And this happened with simple things. It didn't matter what it was, and then just that my grandmother couldn't read. And no disrespect to her, but she could not read. She literally could not read. So, you know, they couldn't explain stuff to you. They didn't know how to speak because how are you going to educate somebody if you don't have the educational capability? How you gonna explain? You just can't. So sometimes when I look back and see how they behave and how they reacted to things with us as kids, I now come to myself and say, okay, this is the reason why. They didn't know any better.
No.
And a lot of my poems come out that way.
He loved to beat. And now that I'm older, I look back. She wanted to beat my dad, but she couldn't beat him. So the 5 children got beaten.
That's another thing, yes.
Everything, anything.
Yes, then take it out when you was sick because they can't beat your husband. That's true.
You were the outlet. And dark people as well. Dark people as well. They couldn't express themselves in an eloquent way. So they would use pieces of material to describe how they were feeling. So they would have to dark up the place. They would dark up the place.
And then a silk material and they use that calico. And I
So let me clarify this, ladies, for the audience and those of you who don't understand what we're talking about. When we say dark, we're not talking about skin complexion or midnight.
No,
or a place without light.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But you know, it's funny because when you look back like the way we're looking back now, it's a joke. It's really, when I go to Canada and I get together with my cousins, which is a lot of us, that's all we talk about, all growing up and how funny the things are now to us that we know better. But when we're growing up, it's really frustrating. And then my mom was good at throwing rocks. So if you were not close to her, you bet a rock was going to come around the house side when you go around it. Follow you right around.
The fire stick. The fire stick. The fire stick bend the corner with me, no man.
Anything. The Dutch pot, the shoes, anything then turn their hand and pick
whatever.
Up it.
Yes.
But seriously though, this topic here, it's very deep. It's traumatic for a lot of people. Some have not sat down with anybody ever and shared.
Yeah.
Simply went through and it spilled over into their romantic relationships. They socialize with
all
people.
The way.
To this day, they may hear something and it triggers, because that's a new word you use. You get triggers from different things. And people will say,
which they now called PTSD.
And you know, and in our culture, we like to tell you, oh, that's a long time, man. You know, get over that yet.
Yes.
Yeah,
they don't know what it did to you internally.
Right? Are the famous? Me, I hold it, man. Me, I go and hold it.
Yeah, me, I hold it up.
Me, I go and hold it. And it's like a big knot in your neck back. But
yes. But I think the underlying theme here is embarrassment, disgrace, all them words.
Shame.
Ostracizing. Yeah, you get ostracized.
All of those things.
Yeah, the world was small back then. You were operating in a little nucleus. So, you know, rock the boat too much because, you know, and especially, you know, have a support system. If you were to go out there and say whatever, then you are pretty much on your own.
Yeah.
You know, you're on your own out there and God help you. Some people were able to escape, but some people, you know, they just had to suffer through it.
Here, Andrea says, men over the years were afraid of my dad. They would say, want your father chop me up. So they were careful around us.
Yes, I can relate to that one.
Why did it have to be a case where somebody had to threaten? For
because
some of these,
that's the only thing that they understood.
Yes.
That is the only thing they understood. And it's funny, I know cases where the person was not chopped up, but they were beaten with a machete. They were beaten with a cutlass. Because they approached the young lady underage, and you are a grown man, and they were beaten with a cutlass.
Yes, ma'am.
Some men, while they threatened to actually dismember the person, this person just beat the other person with a cutlass. Because as I said, you know,
sorry ladies, but I'm gonna have to run. So
appreciate you,
enjoy the rest of the show.
Walk
Take care.
All right, take care. Blessings.
Right.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah,
Man.
you had some men that they just did that. They just did that religiously, just all the time. That was just how they operated, and they just had casualties. They just left casualties in the way.
Yes, man, everywhere they went.
Yeah.
But they themselves were sick, though. They needed help.
I think so.
They
Yeah, of
themselves were
course.
sick.
Yeah.
Of course, because I'm thinking that they never looked into themselves to say,
When you think about it too, if we're saying that we weren't taught or we weren't told about certain things, like sex education, certain things that they didn't impart with us, they didn't get that either.
Yes.
No.
No, they didn't get that, but still we can't excuse them because we all have a moral compass.
Absolutely not.
And
we
then
all have a moral compass. You know what I'm saying? You know what's
from a moral standpoint.
And the thing that hurts me is that they themselves have young daughters who they would not like to go through that. They're not going to put up for a man, take step with them daughter like that.
Right.
Yet and still, them free range for other people, girl child.
Other people.
Yes. Why you feel you must free range for other people, girl pickney, and yours put up because you know what's better. If you know the good to do or you know to do better, then just do it. You don't need it in a skywriting.
So you see, our parents and grandparents who were very direct, forthright, and we all tell you, say me we CHOPU. Most people wouldn't do that. So even if a woman comes and says, Tom, or a girl picnic come and say, Tom, the family now rise up, like when you have uprisings.
Yeah.
And get involved and go call them out. So communities also were at fault.
Yes.
They know what was happening. But of course, I don't feel the business, but me we find the business to talk about it. So them now go do nothing. Nobody now go walk. Your neighbor wouldn't say, come with me, make me carry you. That kind of thing. Yeah. Because we use the term, it takes a village to raise a child, but that was not really happening.
No.
It wasn't really happening.
Not at all. Certain things were being perpetrated over and over again, and everybody found a way to put salve on their own wounds. So if you're a family member and you are able to send them go another parish, whether you send them a Kingston or to a rural area or whatever, you would do that. But no, there was no place. There was nothing put in place to prevent it from happening and being perpetrated on another young lady. As you go along, some as I said, sometimes this thing bring us some generational curse.
Yes, man.
Because
How about
the second and third generation? And you wonder how certain
how about in almost every community you have a prominent person, a prominent family, a prominent person, somebody who is known in the district. They may have a little bit more, as maybe they may own a shop or they may own big bar or something like that, or they have big farm or something like that. And sometimes they are the perpetrators. Yes. But because they're prominent in the district, nobody wants to say anything. Nobody wants to say anything.
No, because
they're considered untouchable.
We are sneaker and call. Me know of people who do that. Sneaker and tell the gardener or tell somebody if you go call a young girl there or something like that. Tell him to come here.
And after them things, you would see. That's why my grandmother always tell me, don't take nothing from people. She always tell me, don't take stuff from people, especially men. Because they say when they give you stuff, them are going to want something in return.
Yes.
Always tell me, say if them offer you sweetie, no take it. Them say them are going to buy you one box juice. Them tell them they love cherry malt. Them say them are going to buy you cherry malt. Them are going to buy you whatever. Don't take it because they want something in return. And they will make it look like, no man, And then a week or however long time frame go by, them still coming back to collect and say, remember me, they give you so and so.
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
I have known people to fall prey to that.
Mm-hmm.
They fall prey to that.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the, licky, after a while you get used to it. You're a young lady, you're tucking your clothes in your skirt now, and you're contrast with the book.
Licky.
And the next thing you know, it's blighted.
Define.
Licky.
Licky.
You get greedy. You want the finer things in life that you don't afford on your own.
Right.
It's like them fishing, them throw the lure out there and bait you and reel you in.
Mm-hmm.
And only when you're on the hook, you say, but wait, what go on here, stuff.
You get catch already.
You get catch already, you're about to get scaled.
The ladies, don't be licky.
No licky business around here.
Yes. But now you know what happened though. Now you have DNA.
Yes.
Oh,
The
yeah.
D and the
Exposing
A.
a lot of people.
You have the D and the A.
It is exposing. And if somebody claim them no one do, you know, get nothing out of them.
But it is said that whatever happened in the darkness, one day going to come in the light.
Listen to me. DNA
I
has
don't know,
proven that so many times.
it's like in my district, there was a lot of deathbed confessions. We don't know about
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, man. You see that when you say when you go embassy, not tell nobody answer. My grandmother always say, no tell nobody your business. Them I go burn bad lamb for you.
Yes.
You might have burn bad lamb for you. No say nothing till it done and all of that. That was
The
just
one engine on Bigfoot.
yes. That was just common sense anyway.
Yeah.
But you do have cases where where people burn bad lamb for other people. And they did that over and over. That became their life. Yeah, and they would have talked about them turn down that one day. And me make mass run not travel, you know. See what time travel walk up on a farm or now go away. You plant him now. And it's only when they're on their deathbed.
Yes.
Oh God, yes.
The confession.
But sometimes I wonder if those confession stories are really true. I mean,
yes, man.
Yes.
I have seen it. Because you know what happened? I think that they lived with the guilt so long. And at the end, when them know, okay, what you call with this song say, swing low, sweet chariot. Coming forth to carry
you home. It
then
depends on which one you want to go.
Then say, well, look here. My grandfather always said, try not go the hell, go help with them push fire. So them no want go hell. Them decide to repent and them death. But sometimes the pastor in my district, we had 3 churches. We had 70 Adventists, but they didn't have a church. They would go outside to church. We had a Baptist, a Poco, and then you had a Church of God New Testament that I went.
Hey, yes.
So you would have one of the pastors, because like we said, these things were going on and people were out there, but it just kept going on. And they would go to the person who was, reaching the end and have a talk with them. And if they were in their right, we had a man who used to say in their right, compos mentis. What they would do, they would call for something that they have wrong.
They go to visit them when they're traveling. When they're traveling, they go to visit them.
Exactly, Joe. When they're traveling.
Yes.
Then would I go visit them and yeah. So and I have heard like somebody literally in them house just a ball of things that they did.
Yeah.
Unaided.
Yes. Unaided.
Yeah.
They did because it had rested.
Or somebody take bus from down a St. Anne's Hospital and come back in a district. Because hospital
I confess.
What you call it? Confess.
Yes.
It's spread.
Yes. Our culture is very rich, extremely rich. And I'm telling you, I enjoyed so much of it. When I was a child, they had a gentleman. Not even foul could I go in a yard. I mean, he was just an awful man. And when he died, we're children and we're standing up looking across because they live right across from us. And there's a lady who jumped through the back door just before he couldn't go to any church or church. So they church him in the front yard. And then she went through the back door and she went to the grave. I don't know what she did, but she made it back into the back door before they come around to go to the grave. And then somebody in the district said they dreamed the man a week after. And they said, oh, you need to do and so. And he said, me can't get up because they bury me. They said the lady throw something in the grave that keep him down in can't stand.
They plant him.
But the thing is, if they name plant him, you know, walk around like living. And
yes,
the wickedest
that's
man
that's a common belief. I have heard that. When somebody, yeah, like you said, Joan, a fool can't go across the fence, it dead.
Yes, oh, he was an awful man.
Yeah, awful. Them no harbor, no goodwill for nobody. And upon their demise, you can't get them a church, go church because they never enter foot in the building.
No. The church will drop down.
And so them would say, you know what? And the way they live there, like the other say, him have to plant, because if he no plant, we
have a problem.
I got one rolling calf.
Rolling calf? I was going to say that. The rolling calf?
I got one rolling So they had their ritual. And I mean, we can thank our African ancestors.
Yes.
Because I'm sure it's something that came over from the motherland. But for those who believed in those things, some people had to be planted.
Fertilizer in it too.
Whatever, Bible and key.
Good.
I don't know how they held them down, but it was a whole to do that they never let. They wouldn't, they invariably, I think it would have been passed on, but they never let like we little kids know what they were doing.
It was later that we were hearing these stories, and you put two and two together.
Yes.
So let's hop on over to the chat a minute. So Richard says, as a child, you live what you learn. Most of us didn't learn from our parents while we were educated on the streets.
That's true.
So Eval says, today we confronted a big topic, maybe traumatic for some. Many are still held captive by their past and have covered their experiences. We hope today's show brings some therapy. Yes. And we are professional therapists around here.
Yeah, tell
you. Even the laughter will bring a little joy to the people.
Yeah.
Just the laughter.
Well, Lorna says, it's been hard for me to accept anything people have told me. I need to receive, not just give. Okay.
Somebody said something about flirting. Can you read the one about flirting?
Hold on. I passed it once. I think maybe it's Lorna. Hold on.
I think it was her.
Let me go back up 1 minute. So, okay, here it is. She says, flirting was equal to a hole. So even now, I'll flirt with joking, comment, but I don't do it in a seductive way or act seductive from my concept is trashy.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Lorna. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So co-producer in the back is saying, can anyone speak on modern day social media practices on the current topic? Of course. That's where it's at today.
That's a whole other animal right there. Because with these young, you're still reading? Okay.
Yes, hold your thoughts. Lorna says, I wouldn't like a person to be forced to love a DNA or not. Okay. This reason you've come to allow God, love to forgive, in love, then hate, so you don't have to be at heaven's door to be okay with the choices made. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. Here, I'm struggling with the village talk today.
Somebody said, believe kill and believe cure. Listen, them the duppy can walk in this day and age.
Richard said, believe it or not, these same things are still going on in the world. It's just that people got smart and predators got wiser. Also, in the 70s, it was Sweeties, today it's clothes, car, and money.
Money. Yes.
Yeah.
And the predators now have the internet.
Yeah.
To hide behind.
I didn't give a girl to get some.
But they're still out there.
What you
Yeah.
say, sir?
I had given my girl a mango.
Oh Lord. Oh no, your confession around here, so
Confession is good for the soul.
should I repeat?
Oh, that girl?
Yes.
I support mango.
What happened?
I didn't give a girl a mango.
Oh, so he says Richard says sweetie, but he would give a girl a mango.
This one, the string here, the East Indian.
You don't catch me with mango.
No, let me tell you, my husband used to give me mango all the time. He always make sure him have some nice special, even if it's one. But it was very special and sentimental. But look, when it's love between your age group, like in my case, then fine. But when it's an older person who is preying on, what we are talking about is the older person preying
different
on.
thing right there.
But it's among your peers. It's just natural. It's youth and you're doing your youthful folly, as they would say. But when there's a grown person who know better doing all of that, it's a whole different thing. Yeah.
So we can say that it was, I will use the term wrong, that it was wrong for gossiping, the village to just take it rather than try to help.
Yeah. But you know what I found? What I found is that if the perpetrator was not somebody originally from the village, the village would rise up quickly.
Yes.
If he came in and did something, they would rise up quickly against that person. But if it's somebody that was born and bred there, and him granny round there, so him mother round there, so him family round there, so are they are known to be the what and the what, then it was covered.
Yes.
That in my was. I don't know about the rest of you.
And in keeping with the village secrets too, you had those who had a family in a community and build a whole new family somewhere else.
Yes.
Oh yes.
It wasn't until death stepped in.
Yeah.
And so the family in the community, because especially depending on their trade,
yes,
they would have to travel.
Traveling salesman
or some community, whatnot.
I heard of a situation where this man passed away and funeral funeral arrangements are being made, not realizing that the second family was also making funeral arrangements.
Okay, now.
On the day of the funeral, the second family stepped up in there with children afoot, and they took over the funeral.
Yeah, all right then. Hello. A 2-for-1 special. Because you can't get one. So it's a 2-for-1 special.
Lord, help me, Lord.
Yeah, yeah. I have known of several instances where upon the passing of the father figure, he was married to somebody else with a family, and in that community, and in a whole other parish had another family. Each of them know he travels. And he was in this double life, and he had children with the wife, and he had children with the sweetheart. And when he passed, they were grown children at the time. They were young adults, and that's when they discovered each other. Because let me tell you, they say what a tangled web we weave.
We weave, yes.
Yeah. Even my father, when my father passed, is when we found one of our brothers. When he passed.
Yeah.
I am in the process right now of helping somebody to untangle a web.
All right then.
Right here now, because I was asked to send pictures if I have, right? Right
I
here
was
now.
gonna say, are you messing with DNA samples?
Hey, all of that is into play right now.
Yeah.
You hear Evelyn Insurance 2 for 1 special
Special
funeral.
funeral.
Not for dead 2 times.
Well,
No,
I'm sure
also,
one of the family wanted to kill him again.
of course. But also, I know, when you put out the thing in the paper,
The
the death
obit.
announcement,
Yes.
a
Oh
two
Lord.
a two death
Hello.
announcement.
Yeah.
And that's
But
when
listen,
you knew of that other person
yes.
who something show up in the gleaner.
Yes. One of them was going around. This was, oh my goodness. This may have been last year sometime. I thought it was funny. I'm not sure if it's for real. But like it would say, John Stroke that's died, leaving wife Melissa. What may I say Melissa? Melissa, that name we not go call no more. Leaving wife Mary Jane, along with 6 children. Sweetheart, such and
Yes.
such with 4 children.
Yeah, it did happen.
Mother, anybody did see it?
Yes,
No.
it did happen.
You see,
Yes.
I saw it. So him had him wife, him sweetheart, and him baby mother, and all relatives and friends.
Oh dear.
In
Yeah.
the obituary. Yes.
How will I say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
The
out
person
there.
that put it in a shame in her.
Well, unless the person is the great unifier. God, them just
Probably.
want everybody to be under the same roof.
But it's probably in our culture that is strange, but in some of our own African countries, that's a norm.
Yeah, that's the norm.
Well, when you say culture, that's a whole different light being shed on it. Because I'm sure some of these men, if they were allowed to, they'd have more than one wife.
Yeah.
Because you can't choose between this one and that one. Or maybe between more than one. So if it was allowed, they would do it.
Okay then.
Yeah. And another taboo topic that I've been wrestling with. I don't know if any of you had it occur. I know we soon finish. Did you have anybody that in the district that was practicing bestiality?
Me hear about one.
We had one.
Jesus.
Every one then them had to kill somebody, cow, kill somebody, goat, kill somebody, hog, on account of the fact that he was caught with the animal in question. Animal had
Are
to
they
be
killing goat? And are they? We don't know if it was a goat or whatever.
Huh?
And they find condom in the goat or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's a crime in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is. It is. But that's something that it's really a deep, dark one, but that was an occurrence.
Lady D do share.
And they used to beat him all the time,
Yes, they used to get beaten.
Them used to beat him all the time. He never, as far as we know, it would occur a couple times for the year.
Lord.
So Jax, that would have to be a private show based on what,
Yeah, we're not gonna delve, like I said, It's just a
My God.
But I think we really have touched some points here. We are the show that call out things. But seriously, people have been traumatized. They have not gotten any counseling. People have told them, deal with it, move on. People have been married and just can't seem to function in the relationship properly. Questions have been asked. These days now, women are asked, them kind of question there. How much pickney you have? You ever go to jail? All kind of stuff people are asked these days because of how we were raised. And they know that, secrets are stashed here and there.
The only good thing is that with the internet and with media these days, you really don't have to ask much question. You can kind of find everything out there on the media.
Yes, well, you can go to
true.
can
you
search.
do a good search and you can find everything.
And we don't just want to touch the subjects. These subjects are, these topics that we have talked about, without saying that you do have help out there.
Yes.
Even if nobody is talking to you or you don't have anybody to counsel you, you still have help. Everybody has a phone in their hand. It might not be, 100% what you really would want the person to do, but if you have no choice, at least Google something. And
sometimes they just need a sounding board just to talk and somebody to listen. Talk. Because at this point it's way beyond where it should be, but just somebody to validate what you experience.
Yeah. Someone you trust.
Yes.
Yeah. I stop hiding them.
You're not looking for, sometimes it's been so long that you're not really looking for a solution per se. You just want to put it into the atmosphere and get it off your chest.
Yeah. Right.
That's all.
Oh, you have Alexa. If you don't have nobody to talk to, you have Alexa. Alexa
Lion.
Alexa, she can't chat.
You know your business already.
My niece was upset about something, and she said, "Alexa, what do you think?" Alexa said, "I don't know. What's the problem?"
Yeah.
I was driving the other day, and I asked Alexia to do something for me, and she said, "I cannot do that right now. You're driving."
Yeah, they know. It recognizes that you're moving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me trace around a lot of time and me ready.
And so, co-producer is saying, how can we, direct families? You are aware that you have a relative over, so whether it's your sibling, a cousin, or so on, but you've never met, and how you can approach that person, that family, to have a conversation and to bring people together, because separate and apart from those who just live in the situation and it is what it is, but there are some who are now made aware that, hey, you have family over Timbuktu.
I think you should approach it on the level where you expect to be disappointed. They might accept, they might not accept. So you approach it with the thought that if they say, okay, let's move on from here, you go on. And if they say, I don't want to hear about it, you just deal with it. As long as it's in the open, they're aware of it, but your expectation shouldn't be too high.
And now that the secrets are out, you realize that you have the man did have family there, so the women are the great unifiers. You need now to bring the children together. Be open enough for these children to meet and know each other and know that they're related, they're blood, and don't have any animosity against the children.
Yes.
Usually
that can do that.
Yeah. But and as you said that in high school, there were two sisters who buck up at high school. One of them was from the father was married to her mother, and the other one was an outside child. And I tell you that the girl who was the daughter of the parents who were married, she gave her sister the hardest time in high school. Because of the fact that and it was only when we got to like fifth form was where it sort of quieted down to some degree.
It's the wedlock.
The mother, her mother was like she would have tell them because they had the same last name, and that was once you say that name, I'll tell co-producer off the ear because he will recognize the name. They were very, very prominent. So once you say the name, you're like, oh, okay. So once she came to school and we looked and they looked alike and everything had the same name and however it unraveled. And then the mothers met up, I would have said buck up because, they come to PTA and things of that nature. And the daughter from the married couple, man, she gave the other sister a hard way to go. No matter how her sister tried to extend an olive branch to her and say, look, none of this is our fault.
Yeah.
I'm just treating you. Our father, don't say he's your father, and she gave her.
She felt superior.
Being my
yeah, she felt superior. Prejudice.
Yeah, but she gave her a hard way to go because her mother was like fueling the hatred.
Yes,
right.
Was trying to foster, I should say, hatred between them both on account of however the other one came about.
Yes.
Yeah, so sometimes the
And
mothers
remember, the child is innocent. The child never asked enough to go get involved and bring her here.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah. Well, ladies, I think we have done an exceptional job this morning. And I am hoping that, we found light moments, but
Yes.
I'm hoping that, those of us who are on, if you have had that experience, we thank Jackie for sharing. I remember sharing here that we did gone down the bar right across road, ready to punch in.
You want to go? Oh.
No, I don't go.
Hey.
Down to the crossroad, because here is a big bar right as at the crossroad. So hello, so me go man in the bar and me look on which song me like, and I go the little thing.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, producer.
Morning. Welcome, Dr. J.
Thank you very much for waking me up.
And thank you for not letting my secret out the bag.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, but it's true. So me down there ready for punch up tune. That time me must about it 10 or 11.
You don't play jukebox.
In a jukebox.
To worry, Papa me never hear,
Ready for drop in. Me
Check him up ourselves.
Yes,
and
man.
Bear came in. Me not remember what him name now. And when he see me, he said me him not fi spit before me reach up.
Now make this spit dry up.
Yes.
Enough is dry.
That you call dark. In dark me up.
Ignorant.
Yeah. To Miss Ruby and Mr. Thomas. He said, go on up. What you are doing here, so?
Then you want to the song where you want to play?
Yes, man. You know this song about penny pan yo. Here we go again.
Why you did but?
Penny pan yo, something another. So we did there was a dance. Me and my cousin Wayne. So we did love that song. And anytime Wayne go down a crossroad and I come back up, you usually hear me sing it. And him
They love Oh Cherry Oh Baby.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just like the first part. You don't see how the song start with that musical arrangement to the first one. I was like,
yes.
Mr. Green, you know what my favorite song is?
Bedroom Bully.
I never expect you to hear ball it out to my
We can't keep secret, We can't keep secret.
Instigator. You know my instigator though. In drop things.
It was a great show, and I hope our audience have been, edified and therapeuticized. If there's such a word.
That's a new word. Me, I'm going to talk about that word here.
The doctor is going to correct you on that one.
Yes, Dr. Robert. And without being overly prejudiced, we have St. James people in the house today.
Yes. And we have Clarendon and Kingston people. Jackie, come hold up your hand, talk up your things.
Same time to the mark.
Come in free.
Born, raised, immersed, loved, same time.
There you go. But thank you, ladies, and
have a great day, everybody.
Thank you.
It was a great show.
Amen.
Yes.
Thank you.
And we will drop the topic early for next week. And those of you who tuned in this morning, both you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn. We're on all these platforms.
Oh, say somebody never look for me and never asked me that before you put me out there.
You're
not going to hear from me again,
You can't hide.
Find me now.
God forbid.
Yes.
But we thank everybody, and please subscribe to our channel, Voices with
welcome.
Lady D. And at the end of this show, you can always go back, sit, watch, and the nuggets that were dropped, you just pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But we thank you, everybody. So blessings to everyone for tuning in, and we will see you the next week, So every week when we're wrapping up, Joan, come Shanti, start off. This is how we...
Well, may I go down because I feel do a double tonight.
All right.
Well, me go long back on my bed, go finish my morning sleep. That the morning, me wake up so soon.
Yes. So we are going to go on round, galang round, go up, go down, so go on in, go round.
Go round.
Up. Like I man, they tell me to go on up. Go up.
Go on up. I don't know up where they're going on. They say go on up.
Yes.
Go on up. Go up. Come go up.
Yeah, come go up. So we want to thank everybody. And Joan, you were great. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nice meeting you, Joan.
I got some laughter in.
Yes,
indeed.
indeed.
It was really good.
Yes.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yes, and here, see Andrea saying you can join us again, Doc.
You like when I wake up too soon a man in time, man.
I want this man.
I get up every morning. So on Saturday and Sunday, I take offense to being awake so early.
Yeah, but because you love
your go on now.
But me just love chat, that's why.
Well, now you're weird. Now you're up and running.
Yeah.
Me so retired, so they got tired and see my face.
There you have it.
All right then.
Okay.
You can wake up, you can go back, go sleep. You can
all hours a day.
Do your garden, whatever
you don't like out that door. Me don't like creepy crawling. I'm afraid of caterpillar.
I have some beautiful flowers outside.
No, I don't go outside for purpose.
You're afraid of caterpillar?
Bad. When me say afraid of them, I'm afraid of them.
So I was a caterpillar specialist.
Oh, no, Jesus. Well, when I was a child, I worshipped butterflies. Now that I find that they came from caterpillar, me no want.
You know one. I used to go by the bougainvillea tree because we had bougainvilleas.
Oh no.
Yeah. I used to go by, put my hand right at the plant and nudge them a little bit, and they come up on my hand.
No. Me not sleep in days if one caterpillar touch me.
I used to play with them too. I used to pet them.
We have fire alarm at work, and I stay in the bathroom because they had to walk under a tree that had those little hanging caterpillars. So I told my teacher next door, if it's a real fire, just text me, but me not going out there. I don't want none of them drop on me.
That's right.
Wow.
And then
there was a trauma somewhere in my life. I don't know where it was, but look at that caterpillar, how small it is. Look at how big I am. And I will go there and look at the crocodile right next to me, but the caterpillar, me not dealing with it.
Really? And how about frogs?
Me and them fight, but me have two little boys. When me find them, me call them and their father can them go and take them out of my house.
Oh, you can call me,
I can tolerate the frogs, but the caterpillar, there's something about them that I cannot deal with.
Yes. They have a crawly cold.
Maxine,
and you know the funny thing is my brother, who is 61 years old, he's the exact same thing. He likes to plant, and if there's a caterpillar on the tomato tree, he uses a rock. I said, you cannot throw a rock as a caterpillar on a tomato tree.
Butterfly in the making. No.
No, you don't want to see them.
But tell him they were here before us,
That's not for them problem. Me there know.
No. You there know.
I love it. They were here before. That is
they have to move and give me away now, guys.
I hear you.
Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome.
Great show.
Guys, have a great Saturday.
Yes.
Ta-ta.
Blessings.
All right.
Take it easy.
Celebrate the heartbeat of Caribbean culture with Satideh Morning Runnings. Join us on Saturday at 10 a.m. on YouTube as we showcase the vibrant heritage of Jamaica and the wider Caribbean with 4 incredible women, Sherns, Max, Jackie, and yours truly, Lady D. From powerful stories to cultural traditions, we're bringing the flavor, rhythm, and excellence of the Caribbean straight to you. It's more than a show. It's a celebration of the roots and traditions that inspire and unite us. Subscribe to Voices with Lady D on YouTube and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn to stay connected. Every Saturday, At 10 a.m., it's Satideh Morning Runnings. Come feel the vibes. Satideh Morning Runnings, where Caribbean heritage comes alive. Welcome to Voices with Lady D, where every voice has power. I'm your host, Lady D Denise Gomez Green, inviting you to join me each week for real conversations, powerful stories, and uplifting perspectives that shine a light on voices from the community and the diaspora. Kick off your week with the Monday Drive from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Dive deep on Thursdays with Center Stage from 6 to 8 p.m. And ease into your weekend with Satideh Morning Runnings every Saturday at 10 a.m. Catch Voices with Lady D on YouTube, Caribbean Vibes Radio Network online, and YouTube, and Fit FM 96.7 in Stuart Castle, Trelawney, Jamaica, or tune in on Linkage Radio online. So lock in, turn it up, and remember, every voice has power. This is Voices with Lady D.
Hey, babes, come here, man. Come here. I have to talk to you.
What you want with me?
Come on, I need to talk to you. I have to talk to you.
What?
Yeah. Hey, just do the porridge, you know, but a long time now, you know.
Long
Yeah,
time
just
what?
get pure porridge morning time.
Well, anybody see me trial?
Let me see, let me think about it. What's today? Martin Luther King Day?
Yes.
All the holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Boxing Day,
Where are we going with this?
New Year's Day. I'm gonna get no ackee and saltfish.
You know, that's
I'm
not...
fried dumpling.
That's what you call it. That's not really
Oh,
true.
that's about it.
No, hello,
Porridge.
listen up.
Yeah, people.
Allow me to talk. Let me defend myself. Ladies and gentlemen, I promised him nice breakfast.
Yeah.
But
Since
I
when?
have
Since when?
also done it for...
Thanksgiving Day?
Let me talk. I've also done it for dinner. So he hasn't actually gotten it for breakfast because in the mornings I can't get to do all of
different
that.
thing on our breakfast, you know.
Well, guess what?
I mean,
I promise you, what's the
big
next holiday?
I can't even think.
Where
I can't wait that long one.
Easter.
Oh God, no! That's 3 months away.
He'll get it for you see how him just called me in here
serious
now,
thing,
and I have to be defending myself.
No,
but anyway,
in
the porridge is working like a charm.
Yeah. Chew.
Tell them how, tell them how me put a lot of stuff,
Yeah, man.
healthy stuff in the porridge.
This morning was cornmeal and oatmeal and plantain.
No, you
Flaxseed. What else?
and whey protein.
Oh man.
You see them. So on and pay him no mind, yeah. But certainly when I drop the ackee saltfish fried dumpling,
Roast breadfruit.
And roast.
Callaloo. Long time I get some callaloo. What's up with that?
We did do callaloo a few months ago.
Oh yeah, you don't want to cut it up, right?
I don't mind. No, we got some really healthy stalks of callaloo, and I patiently sat down and cut them up, and we were able to bag them up. Go on about your business.
Oh no. You can try the one that can, you know, it's pretty good too.
There's an art in cooking that one. If not, it will taste briny.
Alright, so let's make a deal. When am I getting some ackee and saltfish in the place?
That would be March.
March. Jesus.
That's
like 6 weeks away.
May we rig up something for you, no worry.
Alright.
Good to see everybody.
Anybody have some ackee and saltfish, you know?
Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Hey, yeah, that's right. That's what today is.
Yes,
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everybody.
Blessings, everyone.
Celebrate. Get a preacher. So how was the ark? Noah's ark?
Noah's ark was big like this. Long so, high so, and tan so. And God said that he must build the ark and he must make the door. He said, oh, the door are going to come. He said, me don't know. But God said, the door are going to depend on the ark. And then the door comes stand so. And he long so. And then he said, carry the people them come. But you must make sure so you carry your son and you carry your daughter and your daughter-in-law and the wife to come. And you want to more. Noah go with his wife and him picking them and him daughter-in-law, and everybody are going there. He said, carry the animal, then come. One drunk and two drunk come. Them are the first one, then the pigeon come after that. And then after the pigeon then come, then you have the snake come. And then you have the lion come. And then you have the zebra come. And everybody are walking 2 by 2, you know. And then when the door locked, me said God lock the door. And then the rain come. You want to hear the people them out the door. No, why you forgot me? You remember say that me never say nothing bad about God. Because me want to come in the ark, you know. And Jesus said, you can't come because you did a go on with sort of same thing back then. And we did a chat too now, you never listen. So here one now. You say you see all you, no, anytime me come back to the world again, watch me and you. But it's okay. God never look upon them. He just take what him have in there and he gone with them to a different country. My country first was Jamaica. And that was it. And all the rest of the world, that was it. And there it is. Amen.
Amen.